Please, initial next to your name and company. And we've got some literature here. Please take us all these in some more slides.
Thank you.
Get a business card too. Jason, so grab a.
Perfect.
Jason, this.
Yeah, you want to know me. I got a 2x4. Someone just made fun of my bald head. You should be offended too.
Yeah. If you want to use the, or if you want to use one, then just enter the password, the new pass, and you should be able to.
Did you bring your own laptop? Are you going to utilize this?
I didn't know we had, so I.
That's fine. So this network, you can log into this one. Okay. All right. If you're not using these, I'll. It's my hotkeys. Whichever is best for you.
Let me see. Let me go out. So that, training 2023, the one on top. TRA.
We got 2 watchers on live.
2023.
2 people watching.
This is that one wrong? Is it right?
Yeah. Well, no, just this one.
Training.
Just this one. It's just so, you know, extreme heat, stuff like that.
2023 and it looks like it's trying to do something.
Oh, so mine says your password has expired and must be changed. Let me, hold on, let me ask.
I heard more last I mean, don't give me one.
That's where you're at now.
This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, but this is a different location. This is the next one.
Oh, this is the next one.
Huh? This is the one that's on like Tuesdays or I think it is.
Next two.
It's going to be
Basically. Yeah, it's just the evening one. Yeah, same thing.
those are. Oh, is that what it is?
I'm actually going to today, 1 o'clock. Go visit my wife is in.
If you want, you can use that. She's gonna come and change the password.
Down there, bottom.
Is your password expired? Oh, same on his too. So,
Linda, is this the same thing as what you're at?
no, this is more slides, and it's kind of a hybrid. Like, we'll make it, probably won't walk people through registration, or where they want to like to manage slides. And then if they want to register, like,
Wait, our slides today? Oh, that's that one, yes.
so it's a hybrid.
Show up.
Huh?
Show up.
What am I showing up for?
This training.
Huh? Huh? Open the door. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Are you squared?
I think so.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to start real quick. Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Jason Burgos. I'm the Data and Contract Compliance Manager with the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. We'll go through intros, introduce the folks that are here. This is a very informal training. It's really a great opportunity for businesses to network and meet other businesses, as well as meet some of our front-facing government employees for Bexar County. We give folks about another 5 minutes. We'll start in about 5 minutes. Relax. We're almost going to start soon, okay? And we'll go through intros. Oh, and let me make a note. I'm sorry, one more thing. Those that are here live, attending remotely live, thank you as well. Again, this is a training that's in development, and we're moving towards where it'll be live streamed, as well as having in person. So thank you.
I'll give y'all some coffee. These are all full coffee. In case you need to wake up, we'll get you fired up.
If you want to sign on to any computers, you can.
I'll be well into it.
Probably turn on the monitor.
You know. And the good thing is we don't have that many live. So Daniel, you didn't register, right?
Oh, no.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not an issue. We can have you.
Sign in later.
Yes.
Perfect. You can go 1 and 10.
Hello. Good morning. I know you.
Workshop.
You're online.
We met at a preschool.
At the,
Middle
God, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Please have a seat
I'm
wherever.
gonna get you to sign in or initial. You registered on Eventbrite. Just initial next to your name. Hi, how are you? If your name's on the list, you can initial. If not, write it. Write in your name and email. No problem. If you brought your laptop, you can use your laptop. Okay. If not, you can use one of the computers. If you're gonna use the computer, we need to turn it on. No, I have my. Okay, good. Thank you. It takes a second to warm up. So, training 2023.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
The other one's the password expired, so she may need to check.
Did you all register for the trainings?
I did.
This, okay, great.
I did, but I registered yesterday.
That's okay.
That's okay, that's okay, please have a seat.
Have a seat. Thank you so much. Did you bring a laptop or? I did not. Okay, well, you can just turn on to one of the computers there. You wanna turn it on?
I'm just like,
I'll get your packet.
Thank you so much. I should have brought my laptop, I didn't. How are you today? I'm good, thanks.
So I'm gonna start off with businesses. I know you guys say how to get to where it is.
Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, train.
So we're gonna do 5 right here.
Okay, well, I'll have to,
When you back up, if you're gonna.
yeah, sure. I will be. I will be raising my hand.
No,
I'm
you
standing up.
definitely raise your hand. Let me ask questions. I just.
We are.
Oh, do I need a explanation?
Yes.
Ah. Oh, you got everybody watching.
Good morning again, Jason Burgos, Data
Wonder
and
if he has
Contract
a chance
Compliance
to use her,
Manager.
'cause
We have some
Gilbert
folks
Candia,
still coming in.
who's on our
We'll give them
team,
another
who
2 or
might have
3
signed
minutes and
in.
then we'll start, okay? Thank you.
So, yeah, you.
If you haven't already, those that are in person, I highly encourage you, get Linda's business card. Linda's business card, all right?
Hi. And Jason, I'm gonna pass out Jason.
Of course. Can you,
Have Linda's
you sign
card,
me in?
all right? Yeah, Linda.
Thank you so much.
Whoever
Help
can,
yourself to any
whoever
of
can
the,
say her name correctly gets a prize. too.
Logo
I am not
swag,
biased.
or eyeglass cleaners, take several if you want, hand them out.
Like you said it like. You're only starting
You
your
got a
first.
packet? So the first one is this one, if you want to take notes on it. You guys need another packet? You need a packet?
We do one more check and then I'm gonna come back and start it.
Did you guys get business cards?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, he's joking, he says, just get mine. I gotta get his too.
We got both.
I'm giving you both.
Low, right?
You'll know why he'll bring it up. I'm joking.
Write that down.
So one of our advisory committee members, you guys want one? They can drink this in your testing. Patricia, I'm sorry, can they drink this?
Put that. Powers in your hips equals get low. Morning.
Before that, I met with the bank, but I'm here at another, Fair County meeting, so I wanted to be sure that you all know, because that was, it's not late, with that. I
So they're all in the same
So,
schedule?
anyway, it did go through, but
Should we do a little more? Just if you wanna do one at a time. Yeah, see, we just had someone else come in. So, I'm
I
gonna.
realize there might be some
Alright, ready?
Use your mouse.
So if you brought your own laptop and you need a network to access, this is the network to use. It's SMWBE and then the password is 210-335-2137. If you brought your own laptop. Yeah, it should be on. Alright, it is. You can use a guest, but the problem with the guest is it blocks some of its own. I mean, and I don't know if you know, sometimes we have issues even with our own systems on that guest. Yes, I know. That's why I have a mobile hotspot set up.
Good morning. Good morning. If you don't mind, son, you don't get over here. Come on, son. Ben, I might go to bed or what?
So we're actually going to start with bear.org. So if you want to type in bexar.org, that's the county main page. And I don't know if I changed. Does he have? Oh,
You didn't have a pen?
because it just might. Yes. If he clicks on it again, it's going to ask him.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna try this one. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, great. It wasn't working the first time.
All right, you guys
She
ready?
changed the password.
Ready? Ready? Ready?
Yes. Yes.
Ready? All right. Good morning, everybody. Again, Jason Burgos, Data and Contract Compliance Manager with the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. Thank you for attending today's CDMS vendor workshop and supplier portal registration. We're going to discuss how to get registered with Bexar County, right? How to find opportunities within Bexar County, and to make sure you're ready for those opportunities. First tip, if you have a bid to turn in, you can't be late. That's for the stragglers here, right? So we're more forgiving, right? This is a very informal training. We like this to be a conversation back and forth. You discuss your business, you meet new people here in this in-person training. We also have an online community that's viewing live. But we like to invite you to come meet us in person, meet the faces that are the county, right, that work for the county, and to help give you opportunities, contracting opportunities, and guide you along the way. There's a good playbook. We've helped some businesses how to follow that playbook. And again, this is an ongoing conversation. We had our business cards there. Grab them. Make sure to make contact with those business cards. So that you can then look for those opportunities that Bexar County has, as well as other governmental agencies. So this is going to be a two-parter. The first part is we have a representative from the purchasing department who's going to go over how to register with Bexar County, to be a supplier, to get some notifications. Then the small business department comes in, and we're going to do our part and talk about where we have opportunities, how we guide some of those county opportunities, and share that with you, as well as helping you with your business as you grow, okay? So again, I'm Jason Burgos. I'm the Data and Contract Compliance Manager. We're gonna go around the room so county staff can introduce themselves. Then we're going to have each of you introduce yourselves. What do you do? How long have you been in business? Do you have any government contracts in place today or have had in the past, okay? Maybe even share a little story about yourself. So starting with my left, here's our first county staff member.
Hi, my name is Jonette Casillas, and I am a Alamo on the job with Alamo College's internship, and I attend Palo Alto College, and I'm studying for small business and entrepreneurship associate's degree.
Thank you, Jonette. All right, and to my right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sophie Barron. Most people cannot pronounce that, so I just go by Sophie. I'm with the Purchasing and Procurement Department, and I'm the Assistant Project Lead. So,
Thank you. Next.
My name is Alejandro Martinez. I'm also an intern with the program of Better Works SATX. And I plan to head into Vista this coming semester to study business as well.
Thank you, Alejandro. Next.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Almaraz. I'm with the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. My position is Communication Specialist. And I've been with the county since August, so I'm coming up on years.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Linda Papayanopoulos. I'm the Capacity Building Program Coordinator for the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Department. I work with small businesses, whether you're just first starting out and you need what to do in starting your business, or you're interested in doing business with the county, and then we can help you build capacity towards that goal.
Thank you, Linda. So some of the opportunities of meeting Linda, meeting myself, meeting purchasing, right, is that you get to see the faces, some names that can help guide you along the way. Linda is very important. So we always say, and I have a joke, it's ongoing. You have my business card, but if you email me, it'll probably be Linda scheduling the one-on-one. But I'd like for you, because of the pace of this training, right? Sometimes we go a little too long into those 2 hours, but we still want to talk to you. So reach out to us post-meeting. We will schedule a one-on-one. There's some tips for you, where to find opportunities. We can talk about your business a little bit further. Linda is the person to reach out to. Again, you can reach out to me, but it'll go to Linda. So I'm going to hand it over to Sophie with purchasing. You ready, ma'am? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you know what? Before I do, let me say one thing. You always start at bear.org. That's our homepage, right? The next link, which I would like for you to bookmark. So when you're at bear.org, there's a link for businesses or business with or within Bexar County. That is a trampoline for you to find opportunities with purchasing, with other departments, because again, the county is a little bit disparate where it puts its opportunities, right? Unfortunately, but we're here to guide you through that. So you would click on one of those links, and the page it will take you to is this page, which says working with Bexar County, doing business in Bexar County, and it has several links, how to get registered with purchasing as a supplier. Some of the opportunities are posted on departmental web pages, which I will go into that a little bit further, as well as other information for your business. Again, a good page to bookmark. You go to bear.org, click on businesses, then bookmark that page. So, are you ready now?
Yes.
Now, I'll hand it over to purchasing, then I'll take over after she's done.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Sophie. Well, Sophie, but everyone's probably Sophie. If everyone has bear.org open, we can go ahead and start from there.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you're good.
That's right. And for those of you that came in a little bit late, this is the network to access. It's SMWBE 210-335-2137 is the password. We ask that you log into that. It's a mobile hotspot network because our Bexar County guest account sometimes blocks some sites, sometimes its own site. So we just want to make sure there's no issues.
I want to make sure everybody's on the same side. We good on bear.org? Okay, just want to make sure.
I'm in the wrong area.
No, you're right. Okay, Jason, if you go ahead and scroll down for me, we are under the business tab.
Oh, on the businesses page? All right, so I'm there. Let me start from the top. Okay, so you will see that.
It was working.
It's not working. Yes. So let's go ahead and click on you can click on the purchasing portal supply registration button. And then this is going to be our supplier portal page. If you are already registered, you can click on that anonymous little head icon at the top. If you are not, we're still going to click on it, and then instead of logging in, we're going to register. And let's just stop there, just to make sure everybody's on that page. No, you're fine.
You have to catch up as well.
No, you're fine.
That's okay. And by the way, you know what I didn't do? I didn't let you all introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of stage fright. This is our first live. By the way, this is let me reiterate. Very informal training. It's still in development, but we are still wanting to meet who you are. So
That's great.
can I start with the first person here? Am I right? Sorry to put you on the spot, but you can stand up. That's fine.
Good morning, my name is Celeste Flores. I'm representing True Flavors Catering, the Eatery Culinary Group. I've been with them for a while. But we're catering business, we do corporate dining, and so we're looking for more opportunities to work with the county.
Great, thank you. Do you have any
And are
government
you already
contracts?
registered here? You already registered?
I am,
Well,
I had to sign in. I was trying to remember what it is.
Okay,
You can click sign in,
great.
and then you
Okay.
can do forget password.
Well, that's two. All right.
You already have
yes.
your
It does,
username?
it's streaming, but really, you know, wherever
If you
you
don't,
want,
I
it's
think I
fine.
have.
Whatever's comfortable.
My name is Omar. I work with Everything Health. Actually, I own the company. I don't work with them. We're a non-emergency medical transportation company. We currently don't have any government contracts, but we're working towards getting some. Been doing this for about
What company are
2
you with?
years, owning it, but I've worked it 3 years and I've been in home health care for 10 plus years.
Great. So when I hear your business, right, I'm thinking maybe not Bexar County direct, right, but University Health System. We have partnership with them that we can introduce you to the folks there, get you in front of them, right, so that you can speak about your business. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John. I'm founder of Ebron Coaching and Consulting. I'm a leadership consultant and just a behavioral specialist. So I do life and leadership
Try to forget
coaching,
password.
training, group trainings, team development work, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Don't have any government contracts right now. Hopefully we can fix that.
I can have you come up.
Oh, you
Yes, sir.
My name is Brian Vasquez. I'm with Elements Dirt Work. We've been in Texas for the past year or so. We currently don't have any government work, but we are a subcontractor to companies that have done work like that. We're trying to take it to the next level to GC for those.
So it's good. Subcontracting work, right? It's critical to the county's business. We talk about data, receiving that data. We want to track sometimes where those dollars go. Part of my team is to make sure that as a sub, if you're on a county contract, we want to make sure that Prime pays you on time. So these are just part of our job as a small business department and how we support businesses throughout the county. I think you guys are together, but you're more than welcome.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're partners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good morning, my name is Dwayne Vasquez. I'm also with Elements Dirt Work LLC. We're very excited about Austin, San Antonio, all the surrounding areas. We've done quite a bit of sub work already for a bunch of really good companies. I mean, we're really like what we do. We're really happy where we're at, and we appreciate all of Texas.
Yeah, so a business such as yours, and this applies to everyone, that one-on-one with Linda and I is critical because that conversation with y'all is gonna be a little bit further down the line, right? Than versus just this very top level training that we're doing today. So, yes, ma'am, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I'm Lee Silvis. Apologies for being late. I am the CEO and founder of Larunda Inc. And what we do is we help your companies as well as government to ensure that your web products and your websites can be used by people with disabilities and neurominorities. Oh, cool. So if you haven't done that work, and I know a lot of you probably hired somebody to do your website, they probably didn't do that work either. This is kind of a new concept for
Geared
developers.
towards, right?
Right, and so, you know, if you want people with disabilities and neurominorities to be able to access your company, you're gonna wanna talk to me at some point.
Great. I noticed you're wearing a Geekdom shirt,
I
t-shirt.
am, I work out of Geekdom offices.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great. We have a
Yeah.
good partnership with them as well. Yes.
Donnell D'Alessandro, I have a company called DTX Processing. I'm more of an agent for merchant services. So when you're looking to either send out invoices or you're looking to have a point of sale where you can take payments in person, we facilitate many options for you to be able to use. So you're not stuck with just one option. Square, Clover, we give you.
What was that again? You did? I'm sorry.
Merchant services, or payment services.
Oh, payment services, point of sale, like
Point of
that, yeah.
sale and other things. If you have payments you accept online or things like that, we make sure.
We sure do. So we, again, a conversation with you, we have a contract already out, but sometimes they go out for bid, or, you know, when you're looking to upgrade, you want to make sure those opportunities are there, even as a sub to maybe a larger prime. But yeah, those are good conversations to keep in touch with Linda. Yes, sir.
Daniel Mezza with Puro Natural Coffee. I made you a
coffee. So I make ready-to-drink coffee. So we're at HEB. So please enjoy.
Okay.
Anyway, so just drink it slowly because it has a lot of caffeine. Or take it home. You can drink it hot too. So yeah, it's a brand new iteration of cold coffee, and it's not cold, it's flash brew. And we make it here at Alamo Beer. We roast and we make product here. So.
You said Alamo Beer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where we make it.
That's a good partnership right there. Daniel, so you have an HEB contract already, I'm assuming. So you're hearing names, right? Daniel with his coffee. Make these trainings are a great opportunity for you all to connect, exchange business cards, right? Maybe Daniel can help you out with a tip. You can help him out.
I would encourage you to go to their supplier portal and register. They have a great diversity program at HEB, and if you have any questions, I'm more than happy. I'm running like 3 people right now through the diversity program that I sent over there, and I'm helping them with the product. But they have other services like payment services. Your website is something they might want to look at to improve their HEB website. So there's a lot of things that you guys can do, and it's one of the largest employers, and they really do care about local, especially. And so I can't say enough good things about HEB, but not because they're my biggest client, but at the same time they're very good, and I'm seeing these programs and their portals are similar to these portals, so I'm like, oh man.
Well, Daniel, HEB is watching.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you that they're a great organization to work for. I'm very happy, and they're local, right? And they're here, and they're family. So please reach out to them at any point in time. I think you'll have and I'm here to help as well. So anyway,
great.
Thank you.
Again, exchange those business cards. This isn't just government meeting the business community. It's y'all networking amongst yourselves. I mean, I think that's where the biggest opportunity. Linda has a line.
I haven't added. I just wanted to add that HEB is going to be one of our sponsors at our business conference in December. So you will definitely have an opportunity to meet those buyers directly at our conference.
And I'm going to squeeze in the conference at the end here. I've been told I have to at every training, right? But it's a big deal. So I'll talk about it. You seem familiar. Yeah, this gentleman at the front, I've seen him. So
Hi.
yes, ma'am.
My name is Katie Holmes, and I'm with Centex Light Outfitters. And what we do is we sell flashing lights for first responders, police departments, fire trucks, construction, even parking lot attendants, security on the golf carts. So we sell those and install them, and we're here in San Antonio. We have, we've done business with Leon Valley Fire Department, with Bracken Fire Department, Texas, TCEQ is Texas Commission of Environmental Quality. So we have a few agencies. We're working with Choke Canyon right now, State Park. So we are a Texas hub, and so we're just beginning to get our name out, and we have been incorporated and really working here in San Antonio with our own little shop for 2 years now.
Any government contracts?
No, not at this time.
So I hear your name, right? And again, that one-on-one with Linda and I, so we have a direct opportunity. We might buy a car or two or a vehicle or two through our sheriff's office or for our sheriff's office. One of the opportunities that's out right now is for the purchase of those vehicles, right? So it's a good thing for you to maybe attend that pre-bid. We encourage folks to attend pre-bids because that's where you make these connections as well with potential primes, other subs, and again, seeing those county people face their faces, right? So I keep Linda's card.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. So again, this is our first live training. I want to reiterate to those that are watching online, as well as those of you in here, this is a very informal training. The conversations that we have are great. We're going to help you just have a little bit extra knowledge of how the county does business, right? And hopefully you can take a little bit piece of that and chase those dollars. We have success stories that have happened. I'll save that for my part. I'm going to go back to purchasing. Thank you for being patient. And Sophie can continue with the supplier registration.
JK, don't mind my face. We don't have masks anymore, so I can't really control it anymore. But everyone should be on this page if you are not yet registered with the Bexar County. Since you are, I think you're already done. I think we already went through yours, right?
I just wanted to see if I had already.
Okay, I'll look at it once we're done. Ms. Kate back there, you're
I
already
got
done.
it. I just got the sign in. And
Yeah, but you're already done. I checked your thing.
okay, good.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so let's go through here. I'm going to speed through this so they are able to go through their system. Yes, sir.
Some of us are stuck at this. It says, please use Google Chrome to navigate.
Okay, click on the anonymous icon that's on the right upper hand side on the black border and click registers. And then we're going to go ahead and start this process. Some of you guys are self-starters. Go ahead and go to the businesses tab.
Businesses?
Yes, sir. And then scroll down for me. Some more, some more, some more. Right there, you see?
Here?
Yes, sir. Click on that for me. And then if you're not already registered, go ahead and click on that anonymous icon that's on the top right hand on the black border, and then click register. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Some of you guys are already self-starters, which I love. Thank you guys so much for being self-starters. But let's go ahead and just go through this. I won't spend too much time on it again because I want them to be able to do their portion of it. So whatever you guys don't get done today, I'm going to send out an email either between today and tomorrow just to let you know, hey, you have not completed this is what you're missing, and I'll assist you with completing that for you. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to go through is going to be terms and conditions. If you want to read through that, you're more than welcome to. My mom always told me make sure you read every little thing, even the small font. So I would say scan through that. And then once you have scanned through that, go ahead and accept the terms and click on next for me. Just a question. Yes.
So I have a legal name and I have a name that I use in the world. Because you're government, should I be using my legal name?
Yes, ma'am, you should. Your legal name.
So Sophie, I don't have your Sandbox account. Did you want, I'm sorry.
My Sandbox?
Or the, like
The training one?
Yes.
Oh, no, you're good. I can delete it.
Okay.
You're good.
So start, you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Start filling it out. So username, make sure there's no spaces within your username. If you are the owner of the company, you're more than welcome to use the company's name. Or if you have other people that will need access to this account, I would say use your business name instead of your personal name. Go ahead and make sure that it's alphanumeric, so you can use uppercase, lowercase, you can use letters and numbers, but just make sure there's no spaces in between that. Your password, make sure you write that stuff down. I would hate for you to want to go back home and access it and not be able to, but I am here to assist you with that too as well. So if you ever need assistance with that, I'm here to assist you with that. So just make sure that you write that username and the password down somewhere safe. If you're a smartphone person like myself, that notepad is very useful.
Can I just jump in? This handout says how to register as a new supplier. If you want to make notes on there, maybe write your username and password on there. You'll find Sophie's contact at the back of the last page.
So my email is the only contact that's on there. But once I respond to your email, you'll have my office phone number. But I think I respond faster with email. That's just So go ahead and fill that out. Jason, you are flying.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I already forgot my password.
See, okay, don't be a Jason. Make sure you write this stuff down. Yeah, see, it's very smart to write this stuff down. Your company name, make sure that you're putting this information based off what your W-9 looks like. So let's say if you have not registered your company within the state, and let's say this is a personal LLC type of thing, go ahead and make sure that if your name is the company name, make sure you follow as that, and then your actual company name as the DBA. So your doing business as would be your DBA.
My company name doesn't fit, so it only let me put as much as I can.
Okay, that's fine. I'll edit it once I get to it, so you're good. Yeah. Because we do a lot of abbreviations, so you're good. Your Dun and Bradstreet is a number. It's not your address, so please do not put your address there. This is something different. I don't know if somebody handles that, but that Dun and Bradstreet is a business credit. So if you're not aware of that, I would say do some research.
It's a number that registers them with Dun and Bradstreet. Hoover's, it's just another way. We prefer the tax ID number now. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want the EIN?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that's going to be your federal tax ID will be your EIN number. So, yeah. If you have a website, you're more than welcome to fill that in, but it's not a requirement. And then your business type, Jason, that business type, select one. You see it? So, in this case, yeah, it could be your sole proprietorship would be an LLC. Corporation is anything that's not an LLC. And then if you're not for-profit, that means you're a nonprofit.
So we don't have to, fill out the Dun and Bradstreet, right?
No, sir, you do not. So your tax ID, you will have to type.
Okay, so EIN number.
Yeah, so it'll be your federal tax ID, and then your EIN number will go right there. Yes, sir.
So here's a question for
Uh-huh.
you, since I have an EIN number, but when I file my taxes, it's my social security number that they look for, and then there's an EIN number associated with my business.
Okay, so since you're registering your business, you would use your EIN number.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
That address portion as well, it will not let you select the state until you select the country. So just keep that in mind. And then you will also see a box that says remittance. So if your mailing address and your paycheck address is the same thing, then you will select it and it'll just copy over for you without you having to retype it in basically. If you're already registered as well, it won't let you re-register. So if you're already registered, I would say just leave it as is. You already registered, Omar?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
So federal tax ID, that's the EIN?
Yes, sir. Okay, now we can move forward. Thank you. So now we're going to be in diversity. Because you put that number, you're going to have to make up another number.
Okay.
That number's already used. Okay,
Yeah.
company. Yeah. That was probably already used too.
No.
Oh, you're lucky, see? Okay, so your diversity code, this is going to be based off information of the owner. So if you're the owner, this information is about yourself. So click on the helpers list. Yes, that. Click on that helpers list icon and then select the four based on the 4 different categories. So the first one is ethnicity. If you consider yourself handicapped, yes or no. Gender, which is if the company has co-owners and you guys are one female, one male, then you do the both. If not, then you just select the one. And then if you consider yourself to be a small or a large business, that's totally how you consider yourself and classify yourself as. So you'll check on those boxes that are next to the option that you're selecting, and then you'll attach it to the supplier. And once you close it, you'll see that all pop up, generate there for you. Doing good? Says phone number. Contact information. Click on the tab at the top. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go next. Is everyone done with the the diversity code section?
Just give me a second.
No, you're good. Okay.
And we're here. Does anybody have questions? We have folks that can go out and help. So.
Okay, it says in your go back to your contact information. No spaces in the username.
Got it, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're, do you have access to it? You probably don't. You can do that later.
Yeah, you can do it later. I'll send you an email and I'll attach you with like what's it. Help us with this little page and then select the board. Okay. Like that, okay. Based on the owner.
Yeah, that's where I was
No, you're good, you're good. Go ahead.
on the diversity code.
Click on the paper icon. It looks like a number paper.
Oh, username, you have a space in your username, you
Look
can't
like
have a
it's grayed
space in
out.
it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That right there.
Over there?
Right next to the trash can.
All of that.
And then there you go. Select your four.
you good?
You're all for it? Okay, and then you go next.
No, I think
And then your questions, you can select yes or no. And then if you don't have your W-9 that's attached, that's fine. Obviously,
That's what I was
whatever I
trying
would
to
do.
see.
So on diversity code,
Yes, sir.
sorry, I missed that whole portion.
Okay, the helpers list.
Just right here?
Yes, sir. And then you select from the four.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So this, if you're the owner, then this will be about yourself.
It'll ask for keywords.
For the questions, either yes or no responses, so just select yes or no for all, either one of those, based on what relates to your business, and then once you're done, go ahead and click next.
So what size, large, small business range?
That's completely up to you, whatever you classify yourself as. Because we don't, purchasing doesn't use it, small business uses this for their reporting purposes.
That should be there.
So then you'll attach it to the supplier,
It's gonna cover everything in that.
and then you'll click close.
Oh.
A diversity
Yes, sir.
certification would be like in the construction, what would it?
So that's their portion.
So if you have a TBE or SBE or ESBE, any of those designations, we ask that you upload the certificate.
And we
If
can
you do
always
not,
upload them.
if you do not, and I gotta put this out, right? Not having a certification does not preclude you from being able to go for an opportunity. Okay, just let you know. Again, the requirement is just that you answer the question. If you don't have it, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay?
So they have to be like five?
I got a list of all my commodity codes.
Column.
Okay, what do you,
So.
take that out, delete that off of there.
Okay.
And then, so where, you see where the button says select, that's where you're gonna put that number in order to find it.
Okay, so the question was then, because I wanted to,
But it's not everything applies.
not everything applies to this.
Okay,
Because there's-
so-
So I just select.
Yeah, just select, cause
Individually.
whenever that arrow is moved to the side, that means it expands the list for you, so then now you just select it.
I got you. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So if I-
But make sure before you change it to the next code that you're trying to do, you attach it.
Once I get that done, it's come back
So
in.
can I just click all of them?
Yeah, you can click,
Attach it all
yeah,
at once?
uh-huh, but you just can't search a new one and then it won't attach it, yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
thank
just want to be registered, but I
How
just
can we
went straight
attach
to
it to the
W-9.
Close it.
Or should we come back to that?
And then you're good, and then now you can move on to the questions.
Because you probably don't have access to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
She'll show you how to do that later.
For which one?
The W-9.
Yeah, I'll send the W-9 if you don't have it. I'll send you an email with the blank one, and then you can fill it out if you already don't have one filled out. And then you can send it to me, and I'll attach it for you.
So I should grab each one of these?
Those are different. So CMS codes are different from ours. So you would have to search. They use different codes than us.
Oh, right.
All the uploaded, these uploaded.
So the supplier portal uses NIGP
They use
codes
NICS.
and the CDMS, two separate systems, and we'll talk about that later. That's
Okay,
the
so
second
None of
part.
these apply.
Mm-mm.
Next.
Yeah. Okay, so now everyone should be on the commodity code. This is very, very important. Go ahead and click on that helpers list, like the diversity code portion. And you're gonna type in a keyword where it says commodity search. So if your business is painting, you'll type in paint. This one, he's putting landscape.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, you're good. You can only use one word. So if you do like prisoner transportation, you can't put prisoner transportation. You would have to put prisoner or transportation.
So in my instance, it's
Coffee. You probably can do beverage. Oh wait, click the helpers list first, because it won't pop up for you there. And then where it
Oh,
says
there's some
commodity
coffee.
search. Yeah.
There's some coffee codes.
Oh, there
I
you
just search for coffee.
Yeah. You can put type.
Can we attach more than one?
Yes. Yes. Now, go ahead, Sophie. I was just gonna say, don't attach that. Don't apply to you, right?
Yeah.
So, because if not, you might get bombarded with stuff that don't pertain to your business, right? And I know part of our internal training is we don't want you to lose interest. Sometimes getting bombarded, you're like, I don't want to hear from Bear County anymore. We don't want you to do that, okay? So, as long as it pertains to your business.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir.
So I found strategic technology consulting, that's for sure spot on, but then there's also
So I should only see coffee
Yeah, you
with
can
one
work
person
with
here,
one.
okay?
So I wouldn't necessarily be building your software, but I would be working with the people building your software to make sure it's accessible. So should I put myself there? Or?
You can put yourself there because you'll still fall under that that list. But let's say if someone needs their services, if they contact you, then you let them know, like, hey, I do this, but I don't do this, you know?
Like I would be
So at least still gives you,
maybe not.
yeah, it still gives you opportunities, basically.
Okay.
Are you allowed to?
And can I add more?
Yes, sir. But you can add more. So if you want to do coffee, you can change it for coffee, and then add it as you go. Ms. Katie, were you able to add them?
Well, it's saving now, and so we'll see, but I think so.
Because
How do we select and add more than one?
So with the helpers list, you're going to, so you have to click the helpers list. So right now you're not in the helpers list. It's the icon next to the trash can.
Okay, this,
Yes, sir. And then it'll pop up another screen for you where you're able to search a keyword.
okay, perfect.
Just reload it.
I
Just sent me that once.
If it doesn't work, I'll do it for you. You can just send me that list.
Okay, can I just leave that with you?
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I can do it right now once I'm done with
Okay,
this.
sweet.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
and I'll give it up to you.
Okay.
You did get Linda's card.
Yes.
Remember, once you find the one that you want to select, click on the little box that's next to it and then attach to contact. Or it's not going to attach for you.
Do you have like a DEI equivalent?
You would come up for a second.
I searched diversity and nothing came up, but I wasn't sure. Maybe.
Oh no, maybe try
What about handicap?
yeah, probably try
or
handicap.
disability?
Disability. Yeah.
ADA?
Yeah. See, thank you.
And remember, less,
I was getting blank. I'm
I
sorry.
think the good thing is too, whenever you're doing a search in really any system, less is more, right? So to avoid maybe a human error where you type handy with a Y, handicap, right? It's not going to show up. You just put in hand.
It'll probably show handyman.
Handyman. Yeah. So
Anyway,
just make sure less is more. Like I put hand just to go through the whole list and see if handicap is there.
Yeah. But if it doesn't relate to you, do not select it. Because I pulled a report today for catering and we had people from construction in there. So I have no choice but to like give it to the department. So
We're versatile.
Right?
he said constructional. He said, yeah, he's a constructional catering.
This is the guy that's gonna put coffee on his
And you think it's a joke, but.
He was like, I'll bring them cupcakes. No problem.
These guys want to work.
He was like, I gotta figure out how to make cupcakes.
Whatever it takes, right?
So I clicked on the helper list several different times, and you know, I looked for paint, so I had to paint. Obviously, I'm a diverse company as well. I do a lot of different things. So, but it gives you the opportunity to attach different ones. And again, as long as it's, I recommend pertinent to your company.
You go ahead and click next.
Next.
Yes. If you need to add more, I can definitely send you a link to assist you with adding more. Because I know this list is very compounded, but the comptroller's list is a little bit more open. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If you schedule one-on-one, we'll certainly give you some websites that you can go to. Because you're not only going to have to know about your NIGP codes, but also your NAICS codes, your NAICS codes.
Oh, no,
I don't know about those. Which one is that?
The NAICS codes, NAICS. NIGP is National Institute for Government Procurement. So it usually applies to government entities. The other one is more standard for other industries.
Okay, so if everyone's on the proxy notification, these are based off if you are working with someone else. So if you're the owner, but let's say you have an assistant or someone that works with you within the business, you can put their information in the proxy notification. So
I say that because you're.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like.
Do you put yourself if you're the proxy?
No. So if you're already in the contact information, then no.
Okay.
But let's say if you have a business email and the proxy notification, you want to put your personal email, you can do that.
I'm gonna go next.
But if you don't have any proxy notification, just click next. It's not a requirement. And then that supplier number that you received, go ahead and write that down. So if you ever have to contact a department or if you ever need assistance from me, that helps me a little bit better with assisting you. Yes, so that proxy notification would not be the person that you put in the contact information, it would be someone else. So let's say if you for yourself, or if you want to put your personal or your another work email, then you can do that.
Thank you.
Send us back a little.
Yeah, refresh the whole page.
It's still there. I probably would just have to, it's fine. You don't have to even worry about it. I'll contact you.
There
with,
it is.
did it take you
Yeah,
there?
I think it's still in there.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be in there once you correct the username and password. Even if you have to refresh, it's permanent once you do that.
You said I want to remember this part?
Yes, you want to remember that. So
Write that down by your user and password number.
you can have most people, but the way you did it, you have to use the paper. Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, sir.
I had the phrase.
Yeah, you didn't put it. You have to do select. You see where it says select commodity codes, and then you have to search it from there.
So I did that and then I clicked attach.
No, you have to click the boxes once you search it. The one of the one that you want. Yeah.
You have to click something to attach.
Yeah, you have to click something to attach. Any other questions?
No, so later I can come in and drop my W.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll email you, like I said, between today and tomorrow. Everyone that's here, that's why I had you guys sign it. I'll email all you guys to let you guys know
If you have
If we're missing something.
if you're missing something.
Thank you.
And then I'll attach it for you.
Perfect, thank you.
Of course.
Oh, can we attach it ourselves, or do you want us to send it to you?
Whatever that makes it easier for your life and my life.
So we don't click next here, right?
No,
All right.
that's done.
So the proxy, if we don't have nobody else, we just.
No, that's fine. Just leave it blank. Can you pass me the pen, please? Thank you. I'm gonna make sure everyone's okay, Daniel, what was your supplier number?
13820.
And for those of you who are online live, that's the good thing about being here with us, right? So, again, we highly encourage in person. We're out of COVID.
Offer it
We're good.
once a month.
We offer it once a month. And again, when you follow our page or our social media, we post that out there, okay? You can come to this training as many times as you want. I think everybody that's here can tell you it's free, right? So you can come as many times as you like to go over it again and again. You get to meet us. I'll tell you a little bit more about the benefits too, about seeing us and talking to us.
Dwayne and Brian, what is you guys' supplier number?
13814.
All right. Donnell, what is yours?
13821.
Celeste, what is yours?
I did a new one. Hold on.
Okay. Omar, what is yours?
13792.
You have an old one, right?
Yes, what is yours?
For the new one, it's 13819. It's for a different company.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure I review it when I get to the office. Katie, what is yours?
Well, I'm looking, would it be under my contact information?
It would be at the top of yours, at the top, towards the top.
I'm sorry, I don't see it
Let's
yet.
see.
Oh, 12272.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. John, what is your supplier number?
13818.
Okay, I think that's good. LaRonda? Is that how you say your name?
Lorinda?
LaRonda? Okay, what is yours?
So it's 13815.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
UTSA?
So now I can review when I get it.
Get scheduled.
Okay, let's go back to the homepage.
The supply or the businesses?
No, you're right, to the homepage, to the supply portal.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through this very quickly. You guys have packets, on how to, bid on open events. So whenever you are wanting to bid on an open event that you are interested in, that's a formal solicitation, this is where you're gonna go to. But you have to be signed in. The open events, they're open to the public, but in order for you to respond to it and show your interest in it, you will have to be signed in into the portal. So go ahead and go to Browse Open Events. Okay, so these are all of the open events that are right now. These things fluctuate, so keep in mind that these things have open and close dates, and it really depends on the needs of the county. So if you are interested in any of these, you have to be signed in and logged in, and make sure that you review all this information. Like Jason said, for the stragglers, I would say to start this bid process early, because there's a lot of information that comes with every bid. They have packets. Some of these require pre-bid meetings, which you have to attend beforehand in order to even show your interest into the actual event. This event that we're looking at here is with Felicity's management.
I'm gonna zoom in. Sorry.
Jeez, I was like,
Sorry. It just in small font.
I felt blind.
I can't see it. I'm right here.
Okay, so the dates. These dates are very, very important. Like I said, as you can see, they show you the minutes and it also shows you the seconds. Once they close, they are closed. I cannot assist you. Purchasing department cannot assist you. Even if you are literally in the midst of trying to respond or ask a question, once that second hits, it closes. So that's why I say start early, because as you can see here, some of these events have attachments. I was like, is that me? Some of these events have attachments, and some of these attachments require you to fill it out. So the most important thing as well is not only to look at the dates, but then also look at every tab that you see here. Even if you feel like it doesn't pertain to you, I would still look at it, because just in case, maybe on the purchasing side where they made a mistake and they named it a different title, and it's a paper that you actually need to fill out. So that's why I say to fill it in, to go through every single tab. That Q&A forum, if you have a question in regards, see that Q&A forum is still open. That's why that button is not grayed out. So once it closes, you'll be able to click on the tab, but you won't be able to ask the question that you want to ask. Go back to the summary for me. So as you can see here, there's an open date and close date for the event. There's an open date and close date for the Q&A. So even if you send me an email or anyone in purchasing an email saying, hey, I have this type of question, we won't be able to answer it if it's out of that scope, because it won't be fair to anyone else that's interested and may want to know the answer to that question as well. So we're fair to everyone. Yes, ma'am.
So since we're kind of a tack on, so like for example, there's one here that says employee and retiree benefit guide. I can't provide you that at all, but once you pick a vendor, we would help them make those documents accessible. So should we try to submit something through these, or should we just simply contact you through like the Q&A?
What can also help you as well is even to see about once the person bids. I know you can probably even come in later on, or even contact a business that you know that can assist you with doing it as a subcontractor together. So let's say they respond to the bid, and let's say you in CDMS, it kind of helps a little bit because you're able to see what type of vendors are in CDMS, and you can even reach out to them directly and say, hey, this is a service that I offer. The county has this event open. We can come together and bid together on this event for this thing as a subcontractor, like that.
Okay, great. And so I can see people who's bidding?
You won't be able to see it. It's not open to the public unless it's already awarded. So that's why I said if you want to contact a company that, let's say that you know that can provide that service, you can let them know of an opportunity, and that's where you can come in as a subcontractor together to even come together to do that.
So the time to meet them would be during a pre-bid meeting, whether that's mandatory or not, so that you could see what prime companies are going to bid on that, and then it's a good networking opportunity for you to network with that prime for subcontracting opportunities. And I was also going to say, just schedule a one-on-one with us, and we can show you how to search agencies on your own and ahead of time before that happens.
Do they send a notification about the pre-bidding?
It's in there on meetings on one of the side tabs. If there is a meeting, if there is a pre-bid, and whether or not it's mandatory.
And there's really no way to go around it, because if a meeting is required for you to attend, you can see it here. You probably can't see everything, but if you hover your mouse over it or even double click it, it'll open up the information for you. See, it's right there. So the thing is with that, when it comes to pre-bid meetings, there's no way to go around it. If you do not attend, they have a sign-in sheet that's there with the contact person that's supposed to be in control of that department and working with that department in order to put this bid out. That has a sign-in sheet, and they upload that to the system to let you know these are the people that attended, and these are the people that are able to respond to this event. So don't even try to bid to it, because it's not gonna go through.
So to go to the point that the lady over here asked, so some of these events do have plan holders lists, right? So you can see who's interested, but it depends on the solicitation, right? And some of them don't even have pre-bid meetings or pre-proposal meetings, but if they don't, highly encourage you that contact whoever that buyer, contract specialist, or senior contract specialist that's assigned to it. You can email them, and depending on the type of solicitation, they may be able to share a bid tabulation with you, or at least who submitted a proposal, right? So you've got a list of folks you can. Yeah.
So in all of Bexar County, this is what's open right now?
Yes, sir.
For bid?
These are not just open. These are the only formal ones that we have that are through purchasing. Sometimes different departments go through different things. I know some departments go through like Texas Public Radio.
Okay.
So it's not just, these are formal ones that decide to go through purchasing in order to get bid out. But if they decide to go to a third party, we have no control over that. But I know CDMS kind of goes up a little bit more of where you can find more opportunities, because sometimes this gets long, but sometimes the list is small. It really depends on who goes through purchasing in order to get that information out.
And I'll talk about it a little bit more to your question when
Yeah.
it's my turn.
So when she says formal, by law, Bear County only has to advertise those bid solicitations over 50,000. So that's why you're seeing, if you go back to the main page, you're only gonna see like maybe a handful of solicitations.
Yeah.
All of those are over 50,000 and they require approval by Commissioner's Court.
So that's where I send along with you, 'cause I would imagine what I'm doing won't be on that list. But you might do it.
If it's less than that, so there's different thresholds of purchasing,
Right.
and we can show you how to find those opportunities when you schedule one-on-one with us.
So, as a supplier, when you look at the list, if it's below 50,000, are we still submitted into that, or are they look at that, or we don't even?
You would do your well, we can show you who to reach out to in the county that buys what you sell.
Okay.
So that you would do your marketing efforts towards that department.
Yeah, so when they say marketing, I know I came in contact with a vendor recently, and she thought because it's purchasing that we tell people who to buy from. We can't tell people who to buy from, and it would be biased from us to say, hey, this company provides this, and have a list full of other companies that provide that same services. So I think small businesses works more with trying to direct you into the department that you can lead towards, because that's just their side of things. But I can't personally say, hey, you provide this services, go ahead and let me go ahead and slide your information over to them. I can't do that.
So this supplier list is only 50,000 and above.
Correct. No, this list, yes.
That one, yes.
This list.
Okay.
Well, and there's some caveats, a little bit, right? Because some stuff, even if it's, say it's a project that is estimated at over 50,000, you'll see it on there, right? But if the department requests that we do advertise it and post it, Bear County
By law,
Purchasing,
we have to.
it might go on there. But that's why, welcome to bureaucracy, right? So that's where my part, I'm gonna talk about our system, finding some of those other opportunities that don't fall in that neat box, right? So you have professional services that are posted on department websites. You'll have informals that may or may not be posted to the CDMS that we're talking about. That's that area, right, where, again,
That's
you're
where your
So that's
marketing
another,
efforts come in.
so that's another portal.
yeah, and that's
To go
what
look
can
at.
and cannot be done. So, sorry to interject, but
No,
I
man.
just wanted to throw that
Yeah,
out
no.
there
No.
because I know where this is going.
Like, we want to be honest. Like, we
No,
want to
no.
be very honest,
Yeah,
and
you're
we're not
making
going to say, like,
crystal
everything
clear
is
to
going
me.
to be walking apart.
Everybody here.
Yeah.
You definitely have to do the work. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where that one-on-one, that's where it's critical. You meet with us so we can kind of walk you through where to find
We
these
can help
opportunities.
guide you to those contact people that you need to reach out to.
Gotcha.
Not only for Bear County, but for other public and private entities too that are having contracts for our small businesses.
You're my new best friend.
Remember, Linda, email. Didn't I say that? All right.
But one last thing as well, go back to the homepage before we close this portion of it. The house, the little tree house. The last thing as well is if you go under search events, this system shows us events that have been posted since 2012.
Oh, wow.
So if you ever want to see, and some of these events are being recycled, some of them may not. Hey, I have no control over what's being recycled and what's not. But I would say it makes it easier for you to select your commodity code based on the service that you offered. So let's say you can use a keyword like landscape. Let's try landscape. And as you can see, there's not too many of them, but you can see it's been awarded. And then you can double click on the bid tab on the side. And this bid tab basically shows you public information. It shows you who was awarded to. Jeez, Jason. Who
submitted bids.
Yeah, who submitted the bid, who was awarded to, how much they were awarded. You see how many different people that were awarded different amounts. It tells you what type of bid it was. And then sometimes it even shows you the commodity code. So you can use that for your advantage as well. Just to see who's been awarded before, what commodity code has been used. But once again, do not use a commodity code that relates nothing to you. This is the, go back to the home.
Okay, so it's also a good place to search for keywords to know that does Bear County buy what you sell?
Yeah.
Just click on any of them?
You can click on any of them, or you can just search something that you, the keyword. So you can search a keyword, and then you can eventually use that information.
And these are already closed contracts, past contracts.
Okay, go back. It was the big tab, so it's the little gray button on the top. Okay, go back to search. It's that one right there. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. And then it'll tell you the vendors that are within the portal. So if you want to even get in contact with them, you can even try and say like, hey, there's an event that's open. I want to work with you. How can I work with you? This is just, like to put yourself out there. Like I said, it's not a walk in the park, but you have to be willing to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So it tells you it's been awarded. It tells you everything. It tells you the date. It tells you if it's been canceled. Let's say if the department no longer wants to do that, then it probably was canceled. It tells you all the information that you would need that's open to the public.
So I know somebody did leadership like consulting, right? Yes, sir. So I just typed in train, short for like, just to try to get as much as I could. So I mean, there's been training programs in place, right? Countywide training and development. So there are opportunities out there. And again, less is more, right? So if you would have put in training, you might not have seen what you were looking at. Okay.
And see, for something like that, you're not limited to a specific department, because what you sell is something that could apply to virtually any department. So then we would give you a list of who to reach out to in those various departments.
Not to interject or.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Is there a place to look at, maybe someone has won the previous bid for this same contract that's coming up again, maybe it was a 4-year contract.
Yes.
To see what, who won it, and what they were awarded, like numbers. So I know how to come in and say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the incumbent.
They only pay.
Say if they're the incumbent or they're putting in a bid or something like that, if the previous contract holder, right?
You're saying like market prices?
Yeah. There's probably a couple of ways, right? The most, you can reach out to purchasing directly, right? You can even reach out to us, we'll reach out to purchasing, or you can submit a public records request as well. That's, so that's, there's a form you can fill out. That does filter through the departments as well. Okay, you can do a FOIA request and you can get that information.
If you can't find it on here, but
yeah, if you can't find it. But see, remember I told you schedule that one-on-one. There's tips and tricks because there's a lot of stuff that is already out there, but you may not know how to find it, right? Yeah. So every contract award that's done at Commissioner's Court, there's minutes of those awards posted to the county clerk's website. That's a record search that you can do on your own, and it also has keywords. It's so if you're looking for a previous contract, or maybe you even knew who was the awarded contractor, you can find them already without having to do a FOIA request. They may be already available. So that's, again, that one-on-one, we go through those little tips and tricks and where to, so help you out.
Any other questions? Good? No one's worried?
What kind of cupcakes does Linda like?
Oh, man.
Good question.
I don't like chocolate. But we don't accept gifts.
Yeah, no gifts, let's put that out there, right? Somebody may be watching me, don't
Imaginary muffin basket.
Yeah, no.
All right. Are you done, ma'am?
Yes, I'm done.
Is my piece? All right. Does anybody need a restroom break or anything? All right, man. These gung-ho class here. All right. So,
keep going.
all right. So it's my turn. And do you mind clicking for me or sometimes?
I can try.
I mean, I'm going to come back, right? So just like I said earlier, you want to start at bear.org, but really the page you want to bookmark, if you're a business and you're trying to get these opportunities, is going to be, go back to, it's on the tab on the upper left-hand corner, Linda?
This
No,
Wait.
upper left-hand, the tab for the
at the
browser.
top?
Yeah.
Which one, bear.org? Oh, this one?
Yes, there you go. All right, so that's the Bexar County webpage, right? That's the landing page for our county. So there's different opportunities on there, different things you can look at. But most important for a business is, one, the business with or within Bexar County, or clicking on that businesses tab up in the upper banner. That'll take you to that, and then I just have it already open. Entrepreneurs of Bexar County. Yeah, there you go, Linda. So you scroll down here, and we mentioned some departments. Our department is mentioned there. Hold on, slow down, Linda. So you'll have go up a little bit. All right. You got information, the Bexar County Purchasing Manual, some of that understanding solicitation packet. Like, we have some of that information already available to you in one place. Scroll down a little bit, Linda. So right there, we've got some links to different places, right, where you are going to find opportunities. That supplier portal where purchasing posts their solicitations is there. Here's the thing with Bexar County, right? We have laws that we need to follow, but it's also depending on funding, right? Some stuff may be placed in one site or one place. Dollar amounts, thresholds matter as well, where it may go and where you can find it, okay? So that $50,000 threshold has to go to court for award, has to be advertised, sealed proposal or bid, right? Informals, it's a little bit more loose, so to say. It's informal, right? Kind of like this training you were just here talking. It's the requirement really is to just reach out to 3 people and get a quote or a bid from them. So that could be a phone call, that could be an email, right? We're trying to standardize it more where departments are using and offices use the site that I'm going to talk about in a bit to put those opportunities out there, okay? Because some of you aren't ready for $1 million contract, right? But you may be willing to take that $5,000 opportunity, right? That's there. So that's what we're going to help you with. CivCast is where we post our road repair solicitations. Some of those, again, separate based on funding, may not even be on purchasing's website. It might just be on CivCast USA. So if you're you probably know about CivCast. If you don't,
You want me to click?
yeah, go ahead, click on it. So you're not only going to see Bexar County's opportunities, right? But when you click on that link, it filters it by the physical county. So you'll have City of San Antonio opportunities on here, CPS, SAWS, some of those large projects. And I know there weren't too many construction companies here today, but that's where you'll find some of the, and some of them use CivCast for their bidding. Okay, we use CivCast for bidding. Some of our road, our horizontal, right, opportunities that are out there. Go ahead and go back, Linda. Okay, and before we go to CDMS, I want to stay on this page again, bookmark it, go down a little bit, Linda. So there was no architectural engineering folks here. Go down a little bit further. Stop right there. More links to CivCast, more link to purchasing solicitations. We got some, if you talk about co-ops, that's a whole other conversation. Those are contracts we piggyback off of. But if you're looking for some of the professional, especially architectural and engineering, there's no requirement to advertise it via purchasing site. So that's more of that bureaucracy, right? What can and what can't we do? That's where we fall under. So if you're an architectural engineer, you're going to follow Bexar County Parks and Rec, their professional services page. Public Works, Facilities Management, you will find those requests for qualification, those solicitations that are specific for architectural and engineering services. Any questions so far? Yes.
So these different areas where all of these opportunities are housed, do they have like notification system if you sign up for it, they'll say new notifications?
They may or may not. See, and that's, we'll talk, and that's why I encourage you, so you can understand a little bit more. And it's just, that is bigger than the scope of this training, right? I just want to go over our CDMS system. I want to touch, but I'll sit down with you, Linda will sit down with you, and we'll have that one-on-one. So yes, there may or may not be, right? A notification will show you where to find that out. Here's the thing, our department, trying to help the small business community. That's why we have these trainings, right? And why we want you to get into that CDMS system, because we take, and I love this word, some people don't like it, we regurgitate those solicitations. So if it's on Public Works page, we will take it and put it on CDMS as a notification, right? We will take that formal solicitation from purchasing, boom, and put it on that CDMS system. Okay, we also post them on our social media, trying to do our best so that, you know, maybe if you just follow us a little bit, you can get all of that, right? Because it's all over. Unless, yeah, you're great. You know the county inside out. You know where to go. You bookmark all the pages. You can do that too.
So in an ideal world, if we are the supplier, like we just registered, could you send all that information to those departments and say, okay, here's the suppliers, pre-register everybody into all the departments?
That is easier said than done, right? So government,
I'm just asking because
government,
this is
no,
something I
no,
wanna
that's
request.
okay, and I don't wanna go too much into that
sorry, I'm asking
conversation,
this
right?
question, I was just
'Cause
wondering.
I wanna stay on track
Right,
here.
right, sorry.
But, no, it's okay. But we're meant, I think in a way government, I was once told, when I was a little baby starting out with government is meant to be inefficient, right? So, with that being said, that would be very easy. I would love it. I'm a perfectionist, I would love for it to be that way. But there are so many different laws, rules, statutes. No, but that's a common question. There are so many laws, rules, statutes, right, that folks can follow or need to follow that sometimes prevents that.
There's no, this is a general training, so we can only kind of do a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
general.
yeah, I'm just.
But it's gonna
Yeah.
be really specific, that's why we encourage the one-on-one, so we can get specific about what you sell.
Yeah.
So that's gonna determine where you're gonna look for those opportunities.
Got it.
And then all departments have access to our supplier portal.
Unless you're a government consultant, right? And then that's a whole bigger training. But she's right. So we'll schedule that one-on-one. But it's a good question. This is not the first time that I've heard the question in this training. Okay?
Can I
So that's
ask
why I say we're welcome to bureaucracy, right? Yes, ma'am.
CDMS?
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
That's the Contract and Diversity Management System, right? I'm sorry, Mr. Meza, right back there? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So government is meant to be inefficient. We have two systems. They talk to each other, but not in a perfect world. And again, I can go into it a little bit more, but we have two systems. One system, purchasing uses for their solicitations. That system is also part of a larger financial system. So when you get a supplier number, you're also going to get, if you ever get a contract from us, you're going to get a vendor number. And that vendor number, you can get a PO from us and get also a check from us eventually. Well, you got two levels, right? Now the Contract and Diversity Management System, my department and my contract compliance officers, we house several contracts in that system, right? We're gunning for them with all of Bexar County's contracts. We want it eventually in there, but we use that system to find out certified vendors, right? It's a database for certified vendors. We use it for informal solicitations. There's just a lot going on in that system that's beneficial to you. So we use it as well for compliance, right? Sub doesn't get paid from their prime. Who do you call? Can't call Ghostbusters, right? You gotta give us a call. And that system is a method of communication with the government. So I'm sure you guys probably have good stories about not getting paid on time, right? As a sub. You do get paid on time?
We've been getting, yeah.
Well, you guys are pretty big guys, no offense, I'd be afraid. I'd be like, yeah, let's make that payment.
They love us.
Okay, but you are an exception to what I see.
Is the supplier number, can we use the same supplier number for all
For
those ones?
CDMS?
Yeah.
No.
That's the
That's a different system, right? So,
Can I just clarify for CDMS? CDMS is a name that Bexar County gives to the system, but this is a national database that's owned by B2G now, that there are over like
I'll touch on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that. So let me just finish this page, all right? So scroll down a little bit, Linda. Again, this trampoline, leap pad, whatever you wanna call it. You have how to start a business opportunity. There's different links on here that are gonna help you as a business, okay? We also have some links to how to write a business plan, et cetera, et cetera. So, and this is where we run short. I can speak for 2.5 hours probably, but we're already at 11:14, so I got 45 minutes to kind of walk you through CDMS and what it is. So go ahead, Linda. Now, go ahead. Tell them what CDMS is and we'll go to that. Go for it.
So when you get certified as a small minority women veteran-owned business, this is the database that they enter you into. So more or less is a directory of small minority women veteran-owned and non-certified agencies as well. So we show you how to use it as a tool to look up same industry that you're in, to see who's out there, not as a competitor, but maybe you want to do some market research. Call them, find out what the current rates are for what they're charging. Maybe you want to look for other work, subcontracting opportunities. Maybe you want to look at a joint venture where you want to submit a bid, on a project, but you can't meet the scope of work alone. So maybe by partnering with someone else who does the same thing, you can respond to that bid as a joint venture.
Yeah, and it's several government entities use that, local to Bear County, state, federal as well, right? So you'll see opportunities on there that are in other states. I believe, is it CPS uses it? They post their opportunities on there. The city of San Antonio.
So
it's
it's
just
another way to get opportunities.
The thing is that they call it something else.
Yes.
Right? So TxDOT has it as well. And I wanted to ask you gentlemen back there, sorry, construction is a big focus, right? Are y'all, what state did you come from to?
New Mexico.
So maybe that's why they're not. TxDOT has that, and maybe you're already on there, right? But it's a system that if you were in there as a vendor, a contract is created, the prime is XYZ company, that contract will then have several subs. You'll get a notification. We use it for compliance. So we're going to tell you, hey, congratulations, you're on this contract. Or, hey, congratulations, you were listed as a sub on this contract, right? So basically, are you aware of it? Did you know? That's that compliance piece. And that is across the board. Small, minority, woman, doesn't matter if you're certified or not. Am I clear? Okay. There's a lot of talk. That's why I just want to make sure what we use the system for. So, okay, we're going in. We're finally going to get there. All right, CDMS. So, CDMS, you can go from that business page, or you could just enter bear.smwbe.com. Very simple. It's open to the public. Without me even logging in, right, you can scroll down and see, we have a link to the supplier. We give you links left and right. We link you to death, right? You've got a link to the supplier portal. You got a link to the purchasing department, our SMWBE program, our DBE program, the TxDOT-TUCP, that's their version of CDMS that they use. I know, it's confusing, right? But I'm afraid I don't want to lose folks. Any questions so far? Let me open that up.
Are you automatically, if you're in with Bear County and what we just did, are you automatically on the
I love this. I'll answer
the supplier portal? Could you find yourself on this with the CDMS?
No.
Okay.
Long explanation. No.
No. How do you get in there? We can register you. You can reach out to us. If you had a government contract already, you might already be
I
there.
see. Okay.
If you are certified, you're put in there.
Okay.
But if you register with Bear County, no. That's such a bigger question that's going on, right, about making this as easy as possible. But that's why we're here as well, right, to help guide you and help get you there. Yes, ma'am.
The CMBL.
The Centralized Master Bidders List,
Is that with
That's a state, nope.
Okay, because it's state.
That is the
Okay.
state's,
Okay.
that is the state's list of suppliers.
I see, right, okay.
That's their, if you want to call it, their vendor list, right? It's got different names, supplier list.
Gotcha.
That's the state's, the CMBL.
So for like TxDOT, we'd have to register with them also as a.
You would have a different login with TxDOT. You can use that, but if you have a Bear County contract, either or, you're going to see your contract. Okay?
I feel like I'm in thirsty and I just like got dumped into an ocean.
Yeah, and that's why we go, purchasing it, their part is fun, right? It's, hey, are you registered? Good. But I do want to open folks' eyes, and that's why I talk about this is informal. And I want to share what I know. I have 16 plus years of government, Bear County work, right? So, and I come with a procurement background. So I was in the procurement department. So I want to help those small businesses out, right? As to, hey, this is what we've got. This is where, and again, it's a very informal conversation. That's why we schedule those one-on-ones. So, it's a lot, but I can't fit it in 45 minutes. So, without logging in, right, you can then, we have our department, some of our department, this is all without logging in, right? Remember that market research she talked about? Speak louder? Okay. I need a mic. I don't think I can go louder unless you bring the camera up. So, again, we're testing this out. Okay. So SMWBE, there's the hub directory, right? So this is certified vendors that you might be looking for in the area, right? So you can, of course, you can sort it by these designations that we have here that are listed, right? Is anyone here certified? Okay, I'm just, all right, what's the business name?
You can do True Flavors.
Okay. TRUE? All right, just do
Do we
true.
wanna
Just-
check it out with the keyword first?
Well, oh yeah, or what does True Flavors do?
Cause
Catering, all
Okay.
right, so go down. And it may or may not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why, as we get into the system. Just do cater, less is more.
so, and then you,
Take cater, just do cater, ma'am. All right, go ahead. I don't want the system to make
you
me
wanna
look
go
bad.
down, do we wanna do 210 or
Uh,
210, cause we don't want national.
yeah.
And then you have to click I'm not a robot.
Don't you love those, right?
I hate those.
This it's all the motorcycles. There you go.
Oh,
That's it. That's part of it, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. You sound like a robot to me.
It's at the bottom is of the wheel. Did it work? All right. Okay, go down.
Everything was in there.
So you said True Flavor. So we found 30 firms with 119 certifications with the 210 number. Wow.
Under cater,
Under cater.
as a keyword. Now let's see if your business is in there.
Okay, the Eater Corner Group's another one.
Okay.
True Flavors.
That's one, and there's True Flavor. Sometimes they don't pop up. But because if there wasn't anything in the business description, maybe she picked the wrong commodity code, but they're certified, they don't come up, right?
Yeah.
So, and this database pulls, so I didn't go into the details, but Bexar County accepts all certifications. And again, being certified or not certified doesn't preclude you from doing business with Bexar County, right? You don't have to be certified to do business. I gotta say that because some people think that. No, you don't have to be certified to do business. But if you are certified, Bexar County accepts all certifications. And trust me, I have a team, a data team, that mines certifications all throughout the country. B2G does provide us with several of them, but we accept them all. The local one is the SCTRCA, that's the South Central Texas Regional Certification Agency. You can get registered with them as a certified business. And again, there's disabled, there's veteran, there's disabled vet, there's the whole list, right? Based on ethnicity or gender as well. Size of the business, small as well. So there you are. So let's go ahead and click on True Flavors there. So Hispanic American, right? That's HA, and then that's with anybody? I think I've heard of that name.
Yeah.
All right. He's the chef, local
Yeah.
celebrity chef, so to say, right? Okay, so go down. So Hispanic male. There's his enterprise. There's his business description, right? And those are the codes that he selected, that have been selected for that business. Okay.
So this is your public profile page.
So anybody can find it.
Because
Yes.
we logged in.
I didn't log in. I haven't
Yeah,
logged
you
in.
don't have to be logged in. So you can go to this website and just do searches without logging in,
So
and
how
it'll
would it
pick up
connect with the
information.
consultants?
There you go. So close that window. And again, this is certified, right? But when you log in, now you can look at non-certified as well. So that list is larger, right? So scroll down. So you can download, go up, or Linda, go up. It don't matter.
Want me to get out of here?
Well, no, just stay there right now. So you can download the search results. You can change the parameters that you use to search. All of that is just not logging in. Okay, so close that, Linda. All right. The next thing we use it for is for informal opportunities, right? Again, there is no, it hasn't been implemented totally where all departments and offices have to use it, right? Because you may have an elected official that says, well, I have a different fund, I don't have to use, that's the bureaucracy, depending where the funding is from, depending what office or department is, so there's a lot of that we're trying to do, but we want to try to get it all together for you. So, thank you. So we take the formal opportunities, right, and we post them here. So that's one place, right, you can find those formals. We also have departments, so for example, the Bexar County Office of Emergency Management is looking for training, supplies, equipment, and space. Before you click on that, so I have my purchasing background, we're working on training departments to have kind of more of a standardized, even for informals, right? So not everybody's a purchasing professional. Not everybody knows how to. So formal, they gotta follow certain rules. There's a lot of information in there. Those specifications are gonna be clear. But it's kind of, I'm gonna use the term, it's a wild, wild west with informal sometimes, right? Because you can get a phone call and say, hey, I want you to build a driveway for me, but what kind of cement do you want to use? How big is the driveway? That's what happens with informals sometimes. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? Okay, so go ahead and click on it. So they do a better job, and I did teach them to use more of this format. So my heart is soaring here. Okay, so go down. So I did tell them, put the supplies, the quantities, right? They're giving you a little bit more detail in that. Even though it's an informal, under 50, but you can find, as a supplier, the more you know, right, the better your bid or quote's going to be. So go ahead and scroll down. Yes, and then when's the due date? Remind me to send Dominique some. When's the due date? Who to contact? Some of them don't even have that. That's why, because again, we don't monitor them. We don't tell them how to create it. We do train them, but we're trying to get that all standardized.
Good job, Jason.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
I like the difference.
How do they get paid? Like, say for instance, since we're not using the Bexar County vendor number.
Good job. Okay, so let's talk about how that looks, right? So this department has put out this request for quotes. I have these. I'm gonna use these 3 line of vendors, right? You all are interested, right? Well, one, thank God you came to our training. You're already registered. But let's say you were not. But you submitted a quote because you found it here. It's open to the public. You don't have to be logged in, right? You can inquire with them and you submit a quote. And let's say vendor, I got A, B, C, D, right? Vendor A is not registered with us, but they submitted a quote and they were the lowest quote. Now they have to go through this process of registering, say they are the lowest, and be awarded. Those systems don't speak, but she has either an administrative assistant or maybe it's herself that will then enter that into the financial system. Long story short, goes through an approval process, award, purchasing does their part. Hey, so how did you go out for this? Well, I put it in CDMS. Okay, great. Well, here's all the information. Here's the quotes I received. This was the lowest one. It's vendor A. Good. Vendor A needs to get registered now. But if it was vendor B, who's already registered, she's already in the system, into that, we'll call it it's a requisition.
So it'd be the same vendor code, or no, or something else.
It'll be so you'll have your supplier code, right? But now you're going to need see, this is where the conversation just gets longer. Because now you need that vendor code, right? We don't just give vendor codes to everybody.
Right.
It's only if you're about to do business or have done business with the county, okay? If none of you have vendor codes, and you're the lowest, then you're going to now get a vendor code. Welcome to the club. You're going to get a PO.
So
Did I answer?
You get that vendor code once you're ready to buy something from
Yeah, when you're ready you're basically ready because you're going to you submitted a quote, it was accepted by the county, there's that,
that's a particular agency.
We're going to enter into a contract with you now.
Yeah. And then we submit another, or they give us a vendor code there.
Yeah.
So it's a different vendor code.
Than the supplier code. And it's even a different code than what you have in CDMS when you log in.
Yeah.
Again, 2 different systems. But how we merge them is, again, if there's an internal process, right, that's going on. So in this case, Dominic is going to say, hey, a vendor D was awarded. He's already in the system. Great. I don't have to. These are conversations I've had being in purchasing and working with folks internally. Great. I don't have to wait 1 week or 2 weeks for vendor D to finally get his registration set up. There's that whole process.
So does it get paid from the same source?
What do you mean?
Say for instance, I go to the purchasing department and they pay me.
Purchasing doesn't pay you.
Well,
purchasing doesn't pay. But go ahead. What?
Yeah. So
finish your question.
So at the end no, it's okay. So if I bid on the contract through there's a purchasing department contract that I see and I bid on that and I get awarded, right? You pay me. Who pays me? The auditor?
Auditors, yes.
Okay. So does the auditor also pay that particular contract as
yes,
well?
Yes. Yeah. Well, because remember
for the auditor.
So this solicitation informal, done in CDMS, right? Again, it's informal, right? So there's a little bit less standards on there, but you got to get paid somehow. Dominic or whoever her administrative assistant or whoever does the requisitions for that department will say, all right, good, let me enter it. Here's all the backup. There's a system for that. goes to the approval process. When the auditors approves it, then it goes to PO for purchasing. They're the last stop for the PO. Once you accept the PO, you know, then it's all that acceptance, right? Then you deliver whatever it is, goods or services. Now you're ready for payment. The department confirms that you did provide the services or the goods. They say check off in the Infor system. Vendor 1, 2, 3, 4 did it. Boom! It goes to another approval process, and the auditors pays the check. Am I making sense?
He make
These are the questions I'm going to ask if I do get a contract. That's why.
No, he made the process sound way more quicker.
Yeah.
But it's not that fast.
It's
like
not bad.
basically your supplier number is like if you were walking inside of a house. Your supplier number is the doormat. Once you get that business with the department that is interested in working with you, then you get your foot in the door. Once your foot is in the door, and then they go ahead and process it, and they get that vendor number, then you're inside the house. So it's just everything is just a step after step after step. Yeah, you have a supplier number, and that just gives you, like I said, that gives you at least at the front of the door of being able to contact the vendor. But purchasing we don't deal with the money.
Yeah.
You know, like the auditors all deal with the money. We just kind of like make sure that whatever's in the system matches whatever that's going around, and then we just make sure that that PO is out to the vendor to make sure that they have their document basically saying, hey, we had an agreement, and this is what they agreed on, and this is how it's going to be. That's basically it.
Yeah.
So when those unsolicited, is there like a format that we have to fill out?
No, because again, it's informal, right?
So
When
whatever they
there's
say
a
there.
formal, that'll have some more terms and conditions, some requirements as to your submittal, what it needs to look like. Unless they stated here,
Right.
and again, it says in here, the lowest and best quote meeting required specifications will be issued a purchase order. All items will be received by the Bexar County Fire Marshal's office at blah, 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 no later than 21 days of a POB. So she's already added some terms there. God, I love her to death, man. I gotta, because you'll have some that'll just say, we need X, and they don't put all of this.
They'll say,
But-
we need X, submitted Y, that's it.
Just like there's a vendor community that needs training, there's also an internal Bexar County. Oh, we have a question.
Yeah, we have a question from Facebook Live. Does supplier number give you access?
To what?
A supplier number means that you're registered in the supplier database.
Yes, you're in our database to receive formal solicitation notifications if you've selected the right commodity codes
And to bid.
in that system.
But not
But-
anything else.
Can I also add, just like certification, you don't need a supplier number. Not having one doesn't preclude you from being able to bid or
Just makes
submit a
sense
quote.
to have.
It just makes sense. You need it. You're gonna get paid eventually, if you get paid eventually, right? So I just want to say that it doesn't preclude you from being able to bid. I see a smile over here. What's anything? No? Any comments? It's fine. We'll take comments as well. Is it almost time? We're not even in the system yet. So go up, X out there. And again, I'm not even logged in, but I gotta say this too. Without even logging into the system, what we do here is very top level. The owner of the system or the creator of the system, scroll down, you can take a system training class. They provide, it's free. So, you know, whatever I don't touch, which is based on timing is not much today, you can find out about it a little bit more. And they provide, and it's a live person. This is not a recording.
This is
right?
not me.
Yeah, and it's not her, it's not me. They have someone, part of our subscription, why the county pays to have this.
And is it virtual, in person, both?
It's virtual.
Okay.
Because it's online, right? But if you want it in person, we offer that. So you can come, call Linda. And she'll schedule it.
That's happening.
And I may or may not show up based on my availability, but I like to pop in and say hi. So,
We're probably the only public agency that provides vendors with training on how to use the system because it's a tool for you. And you may be certified and in there and you have no idea that you work
happens.
or that you even have access to this system. So we show you the basics, how to use it, how to maintain your current information, because if you don't have a business description or commodity codes, you can't get notified of bid solicitations that match, because it has nothing to match to. So just by being in here, we show you how to maintain that current data in there so that you can receive more bid opportunities that match your commodity codes or your business description.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly through the next part, right? Because I also want to leave you with some success stories and keep you, wanting a little bit more, because we want you to do business. We want you to try to do business with the county. So go ahead and log in. So this is my company, right? Go to the home, click on the home, and I think that's still the dashboard there. So you're gonna have a dashboard on here. Again, we kill you to death with, we take you to death with links, right? You got the training class, you can even watch a video. If you have any contracts, right, or any audits that are going on for your contracts, that's that compliance piece, it'll be notified on there, right? You can find that on there. So I'm gonna go, mind you, just because I try to keep myself in order, I need some notes here, right? So if you go to view. So you'll have, if you have any certifications and you did get certified through an agency that uses this system, you're going to be in the system. Click on my certifications, even though this company doesn't have any, but you can add your system on here. So now that she's clicked on here, if you're in the system, I highly recommend you use these tabs at the top. That's going to be where all your information is. So this is Delaminco Construction, right? It's my company. I have my email, got my tax ID number on there. Scroll down a little bit. It's got my certification, any ethnicity, gender information that I'd like to share, any links to Facebook on there, right? Save changes if you want to, go down. You can have multiple, go a little bit up. You can stay where the primary addresses are at. So if you have a physical mailing, billing address, if they're all the same, that's great. If they're different, you can have that on there as well. The reason why this is important is because just like True Flavors may go on there and look for competitors, the more information you provide them to see. Granted, they're not going to see your EIN. I see, as an administrator of the system, right? But they can't see it. This goes to the next tab. Go up, Linda. Your public profile. So on there, right, you have all of the information that you want publicly viewed by, say, True Flavors, if she's looking for Delaminco, whatever Delaminco provides. That information is on there. That is the important part of keeping your information up to date, because other government agencies use this system, pull from the directory. And again, whether there's a requirement or not, right? The city of San Antonio has some points they give for certified businesses, then they might look for a certified directory. But if they're just looking for a database of, and we do that as well, so we will take, again, if you're in this system, but let's say you're not registered, but you did get certified, right? You're not registered with Bexar County in the Infor system, but you're registered, certified under the correct commodity codes. When we take it, and you know how I showed you that we take it and repost the formals, you're gonna get a notification on here of that formal opportunity. And then you can do, hey, so try to get that opportunity. So go down a little bit. One of the important fields is your business description. I recommend you don't put a story on there, put keywords, because that's going to help find you whenever a government agency, or say I'm at a desk looking for companies that do pipe work, and I just type in pipe, Delaminco will pop up. So scroll down. Number of employees, annual revenues, all, of course, if you're licensed or not, DUNS numbers, any organization, memberships, payments that you accept, that's all your public profile. Go to the next tab on top, Linda, please.
That's your users tab.
Yeah, and you want to put as much info as possible in that public profile. Any users, so you can have multiple users on there, right? They can also manage a certain part. Maybe that's your point of contact for invoicing, et cetera, et cetera. You can change what their role is, right? And
Or you have a business development person.
that you can add that as a role. Okay? So back to commodity codes, I'm gonna echo what purchasing said. Whatever your commodity codes that apply to your business. You can attach NICS codes. Here in this system, it's NICS codes. There is a crosswalk with Infor to find, right, if they ever need we want to get to the point where, to your point back there, ma'am, or maybe it was you back there, Mr. Mesa, if you log in, right, and you're registered, we are trying to get to that point where there's talks going on behind and I'm part of those talks actually, to have those systems where you can just register with one, say purchasing, and whoop, you're in this system. right? So you don't have to either have us enter you or get a contract to be entered there or be certified. You know, you can just, there's a nice little crosswalk, boom, your information goes up. It's not there yet, working on it. Right, go up now. Oh, you want to show them? Yeah, just add a code.
Put in a keyword. And then this is a drop down, you want to select the NICS. It doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't have NIGP as one of the selections. So that's why in this system, we use the NAICS codes.
And then click search. Boom, you can just add as you see. It's relevant to you. Again, add as many that are relevant to your company. So go back. All right, and then kind of ties to the users a little bit, but based on your users, you can make who's the owner, who's your contracts contact, invoicing contact. That tab, we don't use it as much, so honestly, I don't even know, but I'm sure they have a training on there regarding the employees and how you track that. There's stuff on here, right, that the system may allow you to do that's much more really relevant to your business and not something that I'm looking for when I'm trying to contract with you. So that's why I don't touch on the employees or the workforce comp or registrations. There's trainings on those. Really, we're looking at certifications, and then of course, click on contracts. So if you have any contracts, like at this one, I was entered as a subcontractor. Who did that? Somebody went in my playground and entered me as a subcontractor. But that's fine, right? I am a subcontractor on this contract. So the organization, it's with CPS Energy. Click on the 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, the contract. Yeah, click on that. So this is the contract page, right? Yeah, $5 million. What am I throwing my paper up? I'm leaving. So it tells you when's the start date, when's the end date. That's what my compliance officers do with purchasing, right? Hand in hand a little bit there. We've got that information on there. We monitor that contract. Any questions? I know, it's a lot.
So the login is my previous login to log in there into that system?
No, it's a different login.
Was I slipped through that? Sorry.
Yeah, it's because
It's
remember the
your
systems
email?
don't talk. It's usually your email. But let's do this real quick. Can you log out? It's a different system, so it's going to be a different login. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Just scroll down, Linda.
Scroll down.
Before you log out, scroll down on the left-hand side.
Oh, over here?
Yeah, scroll down there. Okay, before you do anything else. Remember that search you could do without logging in? Logging in, you can just search all vendors, any contracts that may be available for you to view. Some of the other companies or government entities use this for their solicitations. So click on bid solicitations, right? Actually, it's not search. I'm sorry, Linda. Go up. Click on my bid solicitations. You can search for them like that. Take the check mark off of there. So CPS Energy, the FAA, VIA, they post their solicitations on here. Just remember, go up, Linda. You got to do that little check mark there, because if I don't have anything that's relevant to me, I'm not going to see it. All right. Go to their training for this part, right? The FAA or CPS Energy or VIA, they can help.
Does it automatically take your next codes and puts them towards those bids?
Yes.
Or, okay. That way I don't have to do a different search on my next code.
When you submit a bid, I'm not, like me as the administrator, I can't see CPS's acts, what they see, their contracts.
Right.
Because I'm Bear County, right?
Yeah.
And vice versa. So if you enter a bid for CPS, don't call me for that bid, right? That question.
But when I'm doing the search, when it says my bids,
It'll pop up.
It'll pop up
It'll pop up.
from my Nexus code.
Yes.
I don't have to go and look for my Nexus code.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good. Any questions so far?
At least it does that. I'll give it that.
That's why it's important that you have your commodity codes and your business description.
Yeah, that way when
so
you do
that
searches.
other agencies have something to match, because they will do an outreach campaign using this system.
Gotcha.
And it opens yourself up to more opportunities.
Gotcha.
So scroll down. Logged in? Don't log off yet.
Oh.
Did you already log off? That's fine.
No, I'm not.
The trainings help and support additional training. Click on it. I do want them to scroll down. Their support is excellent. So just click on the training classes. They have libraries, but see, they're all free. So, and if it's vendor training, then, you know, an introduction to the system, it's live.
What are
Way better than this training, I'll tell you.
What agencies have access to this?
I'm sorry?
What agencies do outreach? Like, what agencies look at this particular portal?
So all of them use it, right, to look, but some of them use it for their solicitations.
Yeah, for a solicitation.
All of them use it maybe for like a directory, if they want to pull a directory, a certified directory.
And which ones are those? I'm sorry.
Oh man,
it's
the list is long.
national.
Yeah, it's national, so it's not just Texas, but if you're looking local, like VIA, the City of San
CPS.
Antonio,
Okay.
CPS Energy,
University
Health System,
Okay.
they use it. Port
Because they
San
have to
Antonio.
purchase into the system.
Yeah, Port San Antonio, they pull from this directory as well. It's important that you're in there,
Okay, cool.
certified or not. All right, log off now. Again, high level. Go back to the contract and diversity management system. And scroll down a little bit. Okay, stop right there. You asked, hey, how do I get in? Am I in there or not? Right there. Count lookup. Click on the count lookup, Linda. Okay. And then you can search whatever you have. You may already be in there. So let's try someone who doesn't know if they're in there or not. Who doesn't? You? Okay, let's look you up.
Okay.
But did you have a government contract ever? No? Let's try you anyway. So give me your business name.
EBRON.
Ebron? All together?
E-B-R-O-N.
No, not D. E-B-R-O-N. Yep. So there may be a lot of Ebrons in there, but let's go for it.
Ebron?
Yep. Ebron. Go down. See, there's more than 50. But it's because of LeBron.
Oh, I didn't put a local, like a 210.
Yeah, but
I am in there.
where?
Right there.
There you go, Johnny. All right, so click on Johnny. That you?
That's me.
See?
Tony, what are you doing in this class?
But see, Johnny, you can reset your password from here. You can request a contact information change.
Are you certified as small business?
I'm working on it.
Oh.
So you may already be in the system
Yeah.
as an applicant because the local agency uses B2G. B2G is the owner, right? But they use it to enter your application. So once you kind of got a file going. All right.
Right.
Any questions?
Okay, so if we don't have an account here, then we just
Hit
apply.
me up.
Okay.
This time you can email Jason.
Okay.
Not Linda's not an administrator in this. This is the one and only time Linda will forward me an email and tell me. All right.
Okay.
So email me directly. You have my contact info. We'll get you in the system.
Okay. And there's a better known business as well that I know. Can I send them your way to?
Of course. This
Okay.
is
Okay.
This is what we're here for, is to help guide business. I really, really wish all of you, and not everyone does it, reaches out to us for that one-on-one. Because we have that conversation, and we go a lot deeper. You know, we take the time. It could be virtual, in person. We can even come to you, whatever works.
Awesome.
Okay.
I won't even make it to the car. I'm like,
Linda. All right. So, and if you know you're in there, you can click on forgot password. So, before I go any further, any questions? Anything? I'm here. It's open. Ask your question.
Once we've logged out,
Uh-huh.
how do we log back in? I got an email already that said I didn't do something right on my initial.
Which system?
Oh, that's a supplier portal.
That's the supplier portal. And Sophie had to leave.
Okay.
She probably sent you an email already.
Yeah,
she already
might,
sent
but
an email, but I
you
couldn't figure out how to log in.
in the chat on the live, or just email us if you forgot Sophie's. We're a very responsive department. That's what we are here
Remember
to do.
that Bear County page with the button doing business? That's why we said
this page
bookmark
right
this
here.
page.
Yeah,
Boom.
and where's
So-
the login button?
You go to the bear.org.
Okay, I'm there.
Wait, where's it?
No, to the left.
Go back to it.
Well, you're at.
So now how do you log in on this page?
Wait. What are you trying to log into? The system that we talked about for formals or CDMS?
I don't see anywhere on this.
There's no login here. This
Okay.
is a landing page for Bexar County for businesses, but it takes you with other links. Let me finish now. Just so we can, because I want to get in some stuff before 12. So this page, you can get to the supplier portal.
Okay.
You can get to the contract and diversity management system.
Okay.
If you're in
So the
construction.
supplier portal, that's what we're doing.
That's
Yeah.
right. And if you
Thank you
forgot
so
your
much.
password, you can email Sophie.
No, I couldn't remember where we were at.
That's fine, that's fine. I just want to make sure. 'Cause,
That's,
folks,
yeah. I'm back here now.
All right, good job.
Linda, do you want to touch on, I like to talk about the conference. Go ahead, Linda.
Me? What?
Okay, take us to, so from here, right?
I'm gonna go to small business.
Yes, you're gonna go to our page. Biggest business conference, South Central Texas, over 4,000, 4,500 attendees, right? This conference is bread and butter for your business, and you need to attend, all right? I like free food. If you register, we provide you lunch, okay? And breakfast is already provided, so if you show up early enough, there's tacos, there's stuff like that, that we provide for that conference.
I went last year.
Did you? Good. Did you make any connections?
I did actually. That kind of some opportunities.
See? So I want to talk about the success stories. Here's the playbook. I talk about, like Linda, there's a playbook, right? You talk to us. We try to get you in touch with end users. But even if it's not with Bexar County, what if it's with another agency? At least you know where you can go to find those opportunities. We help you out with that, right? We've been hearing more and more success stories, but not just as primes, as subs. We've got a couple subs that he would show up to some of those pre-bid meetings, and I talked to him, I recognized him, and he was like, yeah, I got an opportunity with Port San Antonio. I was like, that's great, you know? And we've had those success stories happen more and more. Thanks to these trainings, you guys get to meet us face to face, right? As well as we're giving you that information. And our services are free. There's no cost to you, right? So back to the conference. So did you go to the conference page?
Oh, no, you want me to?
Yeah, can you click on it real quick? So right now, it's exhibitors. Our director's guidance is we don't want you to have a booth there as a small business. We want those large primes, those large companies, and all of the other federal agencies, federal, state, local agencies to have booths with opportunities for you or that are relevant to you. So Wednesday, December 6th, it's at the Freeman Expo Hall. Free admission, free parking if you register prior. And I don't know when, does anybody know when we're thinking it'll open up?
General public and business owner registration will open in October.
I should read my own website, right? So, October. So, it's easy, set a little reminder on your phone, Siri or Google to come here. But if you want to look, we go back as far as 2014. We've got all the lists of the, so show them, I want them to see.
Here's last year's
This is last year's conference. We have a little video, but go down. I want them to see the list of the
Exhibitors?
Yes, yeah.
So we have this for all the years that we've done our conference.
Oh, wow.
And how do I make this?
Control.
Here.
There you go.
This is the list. We had over 150 exhibitors. So this is a list of last year's exhibitors. More than likely, we will have the same ones.
Yeah.
So we recommend you can go and you can download this. Just click on that. You can download this, print it out.
Slow down there? Oh, just a little bit so
And,
I get a good look at
and,
school
you know,
districts.
maybe select a handful that you want to reach out to, and we can give you our stakeholders list, which has email contact person that you can reach out to them ahead of time, maybe set up a meeting. It's all about building relationships. And so if you can do that before the conference and at the conference, that's to your benefit. And we can show you how to do that. So that you can look at our previous pages for the conference and get that information. Who is the exhibitor? You know, there's workshops. We had over 20 workshops. We have a veterans resource area. keynote speakers, free parking, free admission, and you can't beat that.
That's not me, by the way.
But we wanted to point out on our website, there's tons and tons of information, especially here on the right-hand column where you can ask a question. It goes to our website. It gets routed to us, and we'll respond. If you did frequently ask questions, you can click on that. This is our top 10 guide, which is more or less the steps to starting a small business and where to go, like where to get your EIN number, where to get your tax sales permit. Also here we have training and mentoring opportunities with UTSA Small Business Development Center. If you need help with a business plan or marketing plan, whatever, we refer you to UTSA Small Business Development Center. They do it for free. It's part of your tax dollars. It's paid for. They fall under the Institute of Economic Development at UTSA, which also has about 10 centers. Center for Government Contracting, Apex Accelerator, the Small Business Development Center. I think there's like an HR center. So there's a lot of free resources in terms of growing your business that are available under the UTSA Institute of Economic Development. There's SCORE, which is a mentoring program, usually made up of volunteer former business owners. And then also are there grants or to start a business. Grants are usually reserved for nonprofits. So here we'll refer you to LIFT Fund or the SBA in terms of, you know, small business loans. Once in a while there's a grant, LIFT Fund usually will have that information.
Again, certification, go down to the certification.
Okay.
Stop right there. Not required to respond to any county solicitation. I just want to be clear on that, right? It's good. We don't push it, but I do want to say some of the benefits, right? To me, when I look at a business that has a certification, not only does it designate, right, give you a designation, but as well as, because there are some government agencies that have those, they look at that, right? Those are part of their awarding requirements, whatever they may be, size or gender or whatever, right? But I also look at it. You put time into your business, right? Because it just adds just another level of, look, I put an effort into my business. I'm not just Joe Blow off the street, right? I put some time into my business, and it's all across the board, right? So you don't have to be a certain color or gender. You can get based on your size, and I'm assuming everybody here can be designated as a small business, right? So it just helps to have those. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a quick question. On
Yes.
this, I'm looking at the outreach, system outreach and program notes. So the question is
Which,
I know
I'm sorry, on the CDMS, okay.
Yeah,
for
just,
CDMS?
yeah, on the outreach. Like to looking for other, like informal bids, right? For Bear County.
Over
informal
to the
bids.
right, to the right. There, you
This
pass
one?
it, yes. So all right, yes. Okay,
So you go down.
go down.
So the
Okay, so
outreach
click on
there?
that, yeah. So is that all, not everybody's putting
No.
everything in there, right?
This is
No.
That's just people that volunteer to do it. Now,
Correct.
what are the other people doing? Like say for instance, let's take the sheriff's department, right?
So,
Are they putting it out on their website, or they're not bidding, or they're just
No,
doing?
it may
okay,
not
wait, before. So, who can answer that question? I might have said something earlier, and I'm not trying to but I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Departments and offices, there's no hardcore requirements for them because it becomes an informal.
Because it goes
They-
below 50,000.
It might be, the state recommends, and I think it's just a recommendation, right?
Gotcha.
You call or reach out to at least 3.
So anything above, okay, so they can just pick up the phone call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Below 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
But, and again, I got 2 minutes, right?
No, I got you. That's all I had to say.
There's
That makes sense.
still an informal threshold that the Bear County, we have a policy in place, right? That between $5,000 and $49,999. Yes, we're not advertising it, but you can't just say, I'm gonna go with this $45,000 to this vendor. You have had to have, did you make the phone calls? Did you and provide that to purchasing before they issue the purchase order? So there's some checks and balances. it's not the total wild west, right? There's some checks and balances in place for that.
So, question, like on the one-on-one calls, is it appropriate to kind of like discuss maybe like a business objective that you're trying to like, I'm just sitting here thinking, I would like maybe target school systems to do some of the development I have do for youth that's preparing to go to college. Like sit down and talk with you, like maybe a plan of action to find if there's opportunities like that.
We're gonna give you a lot of homework.
Yes.
But we're not here to provide you consulting for your business.
Right.
Does that make sense, right? We're gonna give you, hey, this is where you can find that information. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I may get excited. Linda's gotta rein me in because I'm like, oh, maybe you should try it. Yeah, you know. But
We're gonna
again,
give you a lot of information, like I can give you contact information, it's up to you to reach out.
you know,
Perfect.
and look for those opportunities.
Okay.
It's well worth your time. Not because we do it, but it is. Any questions, guys?
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your time.
Just a couple things, make sure everyone signed in or initialed on my sign-in sheet, I don't think I have yours.
I already said it.
This is another one for you.
Oh, by the way, so when we talk about doing business with Bexar County, I go a little bit more. This training I'm going to be doing at Leon Valley. You got a copy. We go a little bit more on how to do business with Bexar County.
Right. There's also another flyer. This is an event with Turner Construction, who has the contract with UTSA to build the new education building downtown, and they are looking for subcontractors. This is a virtual event, so we're sharing that information. There's some eyeglass, our new swag, which are eyeglass cleaners.